Welcome to my show where the curtains breathe smoke. Spotlights blink cold, telling secrets that I wrote. Heart on a tightrope, mind doing backflips. Every line confessing, dressed up as ad-libs. I juggle my demons, they call it a performance. Trauma in costumes, anxiety's chorus. Tickets will scar you, you pay with attention. I trade you my flaws for a moment of mention. The mic is a mirror and I rap to my face. Trying to recognize me in a digital space. Crown full of ghosts from my past that I survived. They clap when I bleed, saying damn he's alive. Bass in my chest like a second heartbeat. I'm a tortured soul, so I torture the beat. The stage is a cage with invisible bars. Can't let my light dim, I'm a shining star. Applause is a drug and it's easy to get addicted. Love the attention but hate how it's scripted. They want me consistent, I'm chaos in shoes. All will be forgiven if I can just stack these views. The void comes to me when it needs to confess. My shadow got followers, I guess I'm a success. All my friends stay scared, text me every day saying I'm great. I say get out my way. Welcome to my show where the hope wears a mask and the faith is a dare, not favor you ask. I shake hands with doubt, we got history deep. He knows all my secrets, I doubt he'll say it peep. My voice is a weapon, but I aim it at myself. Self-sabotage, then I put me on the shelf. Welcome to my show, the lights are too bright. You can't see the tears when I say that I'm alright. I learned how to laugh in emergency rooms. I learned how to dance with impending doom. Dreams try and creep over me at night. They whisper don't quit, then they're gone by the light. I treat every beat like it's the last confession. Pastor is rhythm and church is in session. I stand with ambition, repent with regret. No betting on futures that I haven't even seen yet. Mine mostly dead, occasional spikes. I keep finding versions of myself I don't like. I shake hands with strangers inside of my head. They all want control and they all want me dead. But I'm still here breathing on borrowed time, turning bad luck into borderline rhymes. Welcome to my show, art from the ache. Every word was a risk I was scared to take. Broke with big dreams and a cracked phone screen. Now I'm rich in regrets and what I could have been. I used to want fame, now I want peace. Not to be hungry while everyone feasts. I pray to the sky, give voicemail replies, so I leave messages hidden in my lines. My soul needs a nap, my body needs rest. Welcome to the Blizzenstein show, it's the best. Yo, 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 what it does, YouTubes, what it does. Salute to you guys and welcome in. My name is Blizzy Blind. I am your handsome, mustachioed host, and you, my friend, are just in time for the happiest YouTube streamer on the platform today. And why am I so happy? Because I got control of my channel and nobody else does, and I am in control of my own destiny. So salute to that, salute to you, salute to all the little people, big people, skinny ones, tall ones, and all that other stuff, man. Snowfire in the chat, salute to you. Miss Beautiful, always respectable, always cool as hell, Snowfire. It's so funny because you, Snowfire, and Ruck, there's others, but y'all are the only two that I happen to name. Cause I took all the mods down, like I just took all the wrenches away in for the meantime, and I was like, I was modding up the 3 people that were here, and I was like, yeah, but I have to not forget to mod Ruck and Snowfire, cause y'all always hold it down, man. Y'all guys in Cake Mix, like I think that hang on, I got this oh man, my teeth, hold on 1 second, guys, I'm sorry. This thing is like scraping my friggin' lip and it hurts like hell. Okay, sorry, man. The pitfalls of having no teeth, man. And it's crazy because like I can only feel it whenever like I make a certain mouth gesture or whatever, like a very specific like way that my mouth moves. So like I have to wait until I do that again. But like I think I'm gonna start uh like having like a what is it called? Uh um uh disclaimer where it's like welcome to the Blizzy Blind channel. It ain't what you would do, but it's what I would do. So like enjoy the fucking content or uh move around cuz like people are crazy, man. People are crazy, yo. People think that they're so important. Like everybody do I have like an inflated sense of self-importance? I probably do. I probably do. Real talk, but I don't know like with who. Like I'm pretty realistic, like about with where I stand with all the people that I know and stuff. Like I don't know, but like people think that they're like so important, like so necessary. Like, bro, if you do the math, bro, if you know how to do math, or if you know how to work a calculator, and you like add up all of the adages, uh, you would see, bro, like you're probably not that important, or like you're probably not your opinion, your your say, your cosign, your approval is probably not that necessary. I'm just saying. But nobody told me my sound was all blew out on the last live stream, so I gotta check it myself. Hold on 1 second. Y'all gonna hear echo. Y'all gonna hear echo. Yo. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Resto. Resto loves the pussy. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Okay, I think it sounds. It don't sound like I had this shit cranked up, and then I had like this. Like I don't know what all these buttons do and shit, but like I just be pressing them sometimes. Okay, hold on. I think. Let me make sure. Man, I don't know, guys. I'm just happy, man. I'm happy because I really was on the precipice. I was really right there on the right there on the edge of like deleting my whole channel, man. And when it turned out that I didn't have to, it reinvigorated my desire to come and communicate with people over here. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm still trying to check my audio. It was like blown out bad, man, and I don't really like. I'm not an audio guy. Yo, Blizzy. I don't really like. I'm not an audio guy. Okay, I don't hear it. I don't hear it anymore. It sounded bad though, man. It was like awful. I tried to listen back to the other live stream, and it was so bad that I just couldn't even listen to it. So I was like, well, hell. But yeah, man. I hope I don't walk around with like some. I hope I don't have like an overinflated ego. I mean, I get told that I do, but I try to remain humble. I try to like I mean, I guess there are some things that I'm not so humble about, like I don't let people just tell me what I know and what I don't know, or like tell me like what to think. But uh, I hope I don't have this overinflated sense of self worth, this overinflated sense of like I'm the shit or whatever. I mean, I'm cool. I'm incredibly handsome. We have we have figured that out a few times. I am incredibly handsome, but that's really just about that. It's about as far as God's gifts to me went. But I've been seeing wrestler has been stuck on a on one particular talking point. Usually, when that happens, he's trying to either trying to like figure something out with somebody or like trying to get a message through to somebody. And I've been trying to decipher the Da Vinci Code on that, and I don't really know. I can't really understand like what he's been talking about. So, but let's just for just for the fun of it, let's check out what he said. I mean, his main he had a live stream last night that was pretty fun, and I agree with his main talking point. We've covered it here many times, and the importance of being able to say I don't know. It's crazy though, man. It's what's crazy is with like it seems like I'm sorry, wrestler. It seems like wrestler only sees the optics part of the situation. It's almost like he doesn't even like have much to like talk about with the psychological components, which is what fascinates me. Like with people like trying to bluff their ways through scenarios, or people even people trying to like how would you call it like manipulate the optics, like people trying to appear to be like a wrestler covers it a lot with his content, like people trying to appear to be smarter or appear to be smart, or like people trying to appear to be well read, or people trying to like appear to be like I don't got time for that shit. Like uh I am what I am, and if I believe I'm something, it's for my own sake. It's not for I don't concern myself with what anybody has to say or think about me. That's not even my business. Like I don't ask anybody how they feel about me, and I'm really like of all the things in my whole life, I can't say that I ever think about is like how people feel about me. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm saying, I mean, I guess that's for good or bad because it's just not my business. I don't engage with people on that kind of level. Like I'm just a tumbleweed blowing through these YouTube streets, guys. I don't want nobody's. I'm like a baby bird, bro. I'm like a baby bird, and if you put your oily ass hands on me, then my mama ain't ever gonna love me again. So don't put your hands on me, bro. Don't put your don't put your uh opinions on me. Don't put your perspectives or your talking points or none of that shit. Like I'm perfectly happy just existing in my own little clout free uh zone. But that's not to say that we aren't going to venture into some clout chasing spaces. That's one of the things that I wanted to do on the stream tonight is set up this new channel. Me and Resto Chesto have another little competition going where we're gonna both start a channel at zero and see who is where in the month. Now, I feel like that'll be fun. I feel like it'll be fun for a bunch of reasons, man. And I feel like that'll be something that when we look back at it, we will continue if it ends up being like a good endeavor. You know what I mean? You figure deal me. All right. Okay, look. These are the shorts. This is one of the like. This is what I was talking about. This is a new short from Wrestler. I haven't watched it.
Only sounds weak in insecure environments. Because in a healthy room, it's not considered to be weakness. It's just, well,
shit, honest. Man. I keep on accidentally liking it.
Only sounds weak in insecure environments. Because in a healthy room, it's not considered to be weakness. It's just. I really do think that I don't know. Only sounds weak in insecure environments. Because in a healthy room, it's not considered to be weakness. It's just, well, honesty. It just means that you're not faking your way through the actual moment that you're in that time. But in the wrong environment, people hear those words and immediately treat them like it's considered to be a loss, a L.
Okay, now just to recap what he said.
Just drop it.
He said, this was what Wrestler just said, is I really feel like the phrase, I don't know, is really only weak if you're in insecure environments. But it's crazy because, or it's, I'm not going to say crazy, but it's fascinating to me because it's almost like he misses the forest for the trees because it's I mean, not to say that he's wrong, I'm not correcting him, but it's not necessarily the environment, because the bottom line is that people lie to themselves more than they lie to other people. And people are a lot more often trying to fill some type of shoe for their own self-image or their own what they think of themselves, other than beyond or like before what they're like. For example, people don't, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, and I actually know a bit about this particular topic because I've actually researched this whole like idea of like why people can't like just be real about things when they don't know and stuff like that. I mean, I can't remember that wasn't exactly what the research topic was, but or like what the topic was that I deep dove, but it was along those lines. It was in the same vein. We covered it here on the channel, or I covered it. What do you call it? I think it was. I don't even know. But anyways, I feel like oftentimes people have something that they feel like is a shortcoming or something that doesn't quite measure up within themselves, and they're trying to make up for that but that's purely like a individual thing or like an internal thing. I've never really seen anybody that applies that to like what other people are thinking about them. You know what I mean? Like, what somebody thinks about themselves is a lot more fragile than what somebody thinks the other people think about them, and it is a hell of a lot more willing to bend the reality. And I learned the whole okay. I got to get more. I can't. I'll start like speaking on things that he hasn't talked about yet. We're gonna watch the whole stream because I like this topic.
Something about you just dropped because you admitted that you weren't fully there yet. And once a person gets used to that,
Now you see, he's applying it to like a social setting and like your value, your social, like social currency. But there's a before that. Like I'm not saying that that doesn't apply. But I'm saying before that takes place, there is an instinctive, uh, or an instinct period that human beings have for survival that has them like when you're in a social situation and there like a silence, there's like a big silence, that urge that makes you want to fill that dead air, like that's a very that's like a primal human characteristic. That's like as primal as fight or flight. And oftentimes whenever people
I really
speak,
do think that
uh like he was covering on the stream last night, oftentimes when people speak out of ignorance, uh, and in some situations, it's because they're avoiding those lulls in conversation, and sometimes it's because somebody might be wanting to impress somebody or something like that, but a lot of times it is something that is a lot more instinctual than optics. Like I mean, I don't know, man. That's for me. Optics is the hard one because I don't put any investment into what others have to say about me, so I don't ever think about optics. Like I don't ever think about what other people think about me until somebody brings it to my attention that I've been like an a-hole or something like that, and then I try and like reel it back in. But I really just try to live my life and like just be a good person and just do what makes you happy, man. Like just don't do nobody else wrong, you know?
I don't know only sounds weak in insecure environments. Because in a healthy room, it's
Okay.
not considered.
And you see, cause look, excuse me. He says, let's go word for word.
It's just, well, honesty. It's just,
I grabbed my wrong
because
phone, man.
in a healthy room, it's not considered to be weakness. It's just
He says, I really
honesty.
feel like the phrase "I don't know" only sounds weak in a uh, insecure environment, but it only sounds weak to an insecure mind, in my opinion. Like somebody that has a proper understanding of how information works isn't ever even going to have uh, a positive or negative like sliding scale on somebody's work based on what they are aware of, you know, because like awareness is awareness is constantly changing amongst different groups, and I mean, hell, as we've learned with the AI, you can have a whole different reality from the person that lives in the same house as you and not even realize it. So like if you have a proper understanding of how information works, I mean you don't even have to like not even like talking about the state of information and like the way that they have over uh stimulated our fucking brains and stuff like with all this AI info and shit. Hold on, I'm trying to find it again. I grab my other phone. But okay.
I really do think that I don't know only sounds weak in insecure environments. Because in a healthy room, it's not considered to be weakness.
It's the phrase "I don't know" is not a weak phrase at all. There's nothing weak about it. Hype, what's up? What's up? What's up? Uh, Go Van, salute to you, my G. Welcome in, man. I don't know what hype means, but oh, you my hype guy? You hyping me up today or what? Uh, Shit, put a battery in my back, bro, and I'll do all kinds of shit. Just saying. But uh, yeah, there is nothing inherently weak or dumb or like about the phrase "I don't know." The phrase "I don't know" is a very neutral term, and it's like it's all the optics and competitive BS between people that uh, initiates all that other kind of rhetoric.
It's just, well, honesty. It just means that you're not faking your way through the actual moment that you're in that time.
But I ain't gonna lie, I have to kind of like call wrestler out, man, because wrestler's the worst one about it. Every time that like uh stuff got heated on one of his panels, and I take a minute to think, they would get so pissed off at me. They'd be like, "You don't know," and I'll just try and like take a minute to think about something, and they would get so freaking annoyed.
But in the wrong environment, people hear those words and immediately treat them like it's considered to be a loss, a L, if you would. Something about you just dropped because you admitted that you weren't fully there yet. And once
Yeah, those people are idiots. And if you think that that's what separates like people from like their work, bro, then you're an idiot. If you think that like because somebody, even if you think that like somebody's less valuable because they're dumb, like I know plenty of people that are would be considered traditionally dumb that are like better people than me. So, but I mean, we all do have a very personal bias too towards the way that we handle shit, and I have to say, like personally, for like the way that I live my life, I don't like to be around dumb people that I don't know. So,
get used to that, they start to cover. They begin to rush. They begin to sound more certain than they really are. And sometimes they talk like the answers are finished when not just other people, not just where they are, but also the entire environment that they are, can tell that they have not fully settled on the actual thought just yet. That's a big reason so many conversations.
but you see, this sounds like a tiny bit of a conflation to me because if you're asking somebody for a fact based answer, then there shouldn't be room for them to sit there and pontificate on it for this extended amount of time. You know what I mean? Like if you're asking somebody, hey, what did the Seattle Seahawks score in this certain touchdown? I mean, in this certain Super Bowl, like there shouldn't be a whole lot of all this extra information, but the only way there would be is if you're having a philosophical conversation and you're asking for somebody's philosophical point of view or somebody's opinion. And if that's the case, then there is no right and wrong. Like there is no one philosophical way. There is no one philosophical answer. There might be the path of least resistance. There might be the path that is most conducive to a positive outcome, and that's still going to be subjective. But and that's the problem with a lot of these conversations is that everyone wants to think that their philosophical stance is correct. When you're talking philosophy, and philosophy is a lot bigger than just like Confucius, man. Like almost all the conversations that we talk, if it doesn't have a realistic, pragmatic end point answer, then it's a philosophical conversation. Like if you're talking about like the way people do things, if you're talking about what people believe, people's thoughts, politics, like all of those are philosophical conversations because they don't have like a ironclad answer. And a lot of times, and I've heard wrestlers say it many times, a very concerning statement of uh, how hold on, I want to phrase it exactly the way that he did. Um, I can't remember exactly how he put it, but like um, how to deal with somebody or whatever whenever their point of view is just wrong or whatever. And it's like that's a very slippery slope, and I find that a very slippery place to handle somebody with because nobody's point of view is just wrong, you know, unless you just uh, what is it called? Rebuke that person all the way around, and then you just don't even have no business dealing with them.
Just I feel fall off. Not always because people are trying to deceive one another. I think a lot of the time they just do not feel comfortable being in mid thought because they feel they should already have the answers pre-programmed. They do.
I don't know. I hear a lot of projection here. I hear a ton of projection here, but I'm not going to hold that against them. But there isn't. If you're having a philosophical conversation, or if we're talking about your opinion, there ain't nothing wrong with thinking it out as you say it. But hopefully, people are honest enough to make or like to second guess themselves and make sure that they are in fact divulging their own opinion and not talking points or rhetoric that they've picked up from somewhere else.
Not feel safe saying, hold on, I still need to work this one out. And that matters to a lot of people, I think. Because once honesty starts feeling embarrassing, people start asking what they really want to ask.
Well, honesty is embarrassing. If y'all guys have missed the last 476 episodes of The Blind Show, I've embarrassed the hell out of myself being honest about all kinds of shit. You you really want to just omit a lot of shit. The key when it comes to like social media and like public image and shit is you want to be what I like to call virtually authentic. And what that means is to be as close to authentic as you can, but without actually being messy. Because the moment that you venture into messy territory, people don't have time for that shit. And that's not uh, uh, bag on nobody. Like people don't like normal people, average people don't have time for the bullshit, man.
They start slowing down, right? They stop slowing down just enough to understand what is actually being said in that moment. After that, the whole thing turns into really just the appearance of what everybody's trying to imagine.
I will say there is something to be said for slowing down and thinking about what is being said in a situation, because a lot of times, man, maybe it's not because you want to appear to be something, but maybe it's because you feel like you're under pressure. I have been under that pressure where you feel like you have to answer the right way, like when I was pressed to explain all the ways that I have been a leader in my life, which that's been something that has come so like fundamental in who I am. I never had thought about it before I was asked that. So I didn't have like these all these like prepared answers. I didn't really know how to. I mean, like the answer is that like that's just the way that my life has been, and everybody, not everybody, but like my bros, my homies, my friends, people that I met in all over the fucking world, like kind of just fall in line to my natural leadership style, not because of any kind of like skill or anything, but you get pressured to like answer the right way. You get pressured to answer correctly and within like this time frame, and it's like it can make you feel very anxious and nervous and shit.
Everybody is trying to sound like they are informed. Hardly.
I mean, but like wrestler sometimes wants to deny people that actually are informed, and that's just as risky as all of the stuff that he talks about, in my opinion. Uh, like Gatsby, uh, he's a dumb bitch, but he is very informed. He's very smart, very informed, uh, very well read nerd. But what do you call it? Nah, that's little bro. I'm just playing about calling him the B word. That's little bro. I actually like Gatsby a lot, man, and I think that the world would benefit from more contrarians. I mean, look, man. The bottom line is this: is that the next 100 people that you like, just you, whoever's listening, whoever you happen to be, the next 100 people that you cross paths with in this social media shit are going to agree with what you have to say, just just because it's the easier thing to do. Like if you run across somebody that is willing to give you, especially if they're willing to do it respectfully and in great detail, if you run across somebody who's willing to give you the opposite perspective on things, value that. I hold a lot higher value on a friend that tells me the things that I don't want to hear versus a friend that tells me all of the things that I do want to hear.
Anyone is ever relaxed, and anyone is actually there to think. I really do think that I don't.
I just find it, I can't lie, man. I do find it amusing the fact that wrestler is specifically the one that has gotten so mad whenever I say I don't know about something. Like when we have one of our little debates or disagreements, and I say I don't know, he's like he gets so pissed.
You know, a lot of people are not trying to sound smart because they're actually.
Okay, and you see, this is why I say like not to like talk smack, but Wrestler's issue is an internal one, like with this topic, and it just like a bit of direction for him. If he wants the answers that he's looking for, they are within his own psyche. They are within his own head, because a lot of this is projection.
Really understanding something deeply. If anything, I believe that they're trying to sound smart just so they don't sound like they're small.
You see, and this is like a reoccurring theme. I don't think the average person actually stops to consider whether they sound smart or not. I think the average person, I think uh, the majority of people just kind of spew off at the jaws and just say whatever comes into their head, and they'll think about it when they have time later on. I don't think the average person really has very much investment into like what the optics are of what they're saying.
Because people are not trying to sound smart because they're actually understanding something deeply.
You see, like that's a very that's just like that's an I don't want to say incorrect, but it's a follied foundational uh, starting point. Listen,
A lot of people are not trying to sound smart because they're actually
a lot of people are not trying to sound.
understanding something deeply.
A lot of people are not trying to sound smart because they actually understand. The folly in that is the fact that what would make you believe that a lot of people are trying to sound smart? Like like I said, I don't believe that the average person. I don't believe that the majority of people consider whether or not they sound smart. I think that people just like that's like I don't know if he quite understands what I mean when I say optics, but that's optics. Optics is like what the third party perspective of a certain situation is versus your own like specific individual perspective. And I don't think a lot of people have the like wherewithal to even consider optics beforehand, let alone like stay aware of optics and have an optic driven narrative underlying their uh, conversational narrative.
If anything, I believe that they're trying to sound smart just so they don't sound like they're small. Because
Now they're trying to sound smart just so they. I mean, yeah, like, that is a percentage of people, but I wouldn't say that that's a high percentage, and I wouldn't say that that is um like a very common type of situation. I don't think a lot of people. I tell you this: if you are smart, then you probably realize it pays off a lot more to sound dumb than dumber than you are, not smarter than you are. You know what I mean? Like I get a lot more payoff allowing people to think I'm dumber than I am versus thinking that I'm smarter than I am. You know what I mean?
when somebody feels not knowing something, not knowing anything,
It's just so funny. It's just ironic. Like there's so much irony in there. Like to say something so grammatically off the mark and it be what he's the top particular topic that he's talking about.
sound like they're small. Because when somebody feels not knowing something, not knowing anything, lowers their value, for some reason
But that's all going to be very individualistic and like what your values are, what your self worth is based on. If your self worth is based on being a knowed person, then yeah, you're going to feel dumb whenever like if you are the mathlete champion of the year and you put all the stock into like having the math answers whenever a math question comes up and somebody asks a math question you don't have the answer, then you are going to feel a little bit smaller or whatnot whenever you don't have that answer. But on average, like, and that's you see that's the way that like when you dismantle a narrative or like not even dismantle but like when you like just oh hang on hold on okay but not I was gonna say I was saying not even like dismantle but like when you like just siphon through narratives like projection sticks out in a person's narrative because it's always reoccurring. And like if somebody has like I mean we all project, man. Like we only know how to deal with our projections. Like we don't even know how to deal with a foreign situation. We only just know how to deal with our projections. So like if if I run into a situation I've never been in before and I start flipping through the Rolodex of how to deal with this certain scenario, then I'm only able to draw upon my projections. And a lot of times when we're being like when we're talking in a somewhat authoritative manner on YouTube, like divulging information, like we're trying to basically trying to correct some wrong in our own past or like trying to prove something wrong in our own head, in our own past, man, in our own thoughts. Like a lot of times the opposition that you're facing isn't even external. It doesn't come from any outward source. It comes from it's an internal thing.
conversation is no longer a place to think. Now it becomes a battleground where they need to defend themselves. That's why some people answer way too fast when it comes to questions instead of taking the actual time to just think and process about what they're at.
Well, that's one reason, but that's a very limited uh way to look at things. But sure, that's one reason, but there are many reasons of why that happens. That's one of these things that's very situational. Like you couldn't possibly presume to know why all people answer too quickly conversationally, right? Like so see that's the thing is that like because you couldn't because you can't because like it's only common sense that there are many different reasons of why people would answer at a different pace conversationally, especially because the conversation changes along with the person, along with the person's state of mind, along with the person's mood, along like and all these things. Uh, so since you couldn't possibly presume to know like about all people, you must be talking about one particular person. You just don't realize that that person is yourself.
Actually listening to. And that's why there are some people who speak with such certainty about things that they can barely understand. I don't really.
That's a crazy thing to say, or that's like it just seems like a very unhelpful way to look at anything. Like how do you know what somebody's understanding of something is, and like why make a commentary on the level of certain or level of assuredness that they have in that topic.
Just think and process about what they're actually listening to. And that's why there are some people who speak with such certainty about things that they can barely understand. I don't really understand that, but there are plenty of people who do that.
Again, the irony is palpable. Like you can, if you don't know what irony is, man, like take a minute if you can, like take a minute to look it up and uh, like actually look at what I'm saying, because it's just the fact that to me this is the reason why I like to come backdoor no Diddy for Kev and Resto. I like to backdoor certain topics with Wrestler is because I always find it fascinating the angle that he addresses it from, because he is so different. He thinks so differently than from me, and hold on, I forgot what I was thinking. Hold on, let me replay it so I'll remember.
Certainty about things that they can barely understand. I don't really understand that.
Oh, oh, uh, for him to like, okay, look, I'm just gonna like I'm gonna display the level of irony, and this is the reason why you know that it is. And I'm not saying this in a negative way, man. You can take 90% of the criticisms that I've made on my channel, man, and you can chalk them all up to projection. I am not saying that projection makes wrestler a bad person, makes him wrong or dumb or anything like that. I'm just saying that it as a matter of what I see to just be the case. But look at the level of authority that he disseminates the information with. It's a level of knowing, a level of certainty. He speaks about. Uh, he's actually speaking about more like there's a lot of philosophical nuance in here that he's not addressing, and
A lot of people are not trying to sound smart because they're actually understanding something deeply.
see, that's not a question. That's not an exploratory statement. That is a matter of fact, a matter of knowing, a matter of uh, being certain, telling you,
If
teaching.
anything, I believe that they're trying to sound smart just so they don't sound like they're small. Because when somebody feels not knowing something, not knowing anything, lowers their value, for some reason the conversation is no longer a place to think. Now it becomes a battleground where they need to defend themselves. That's why people answer way too fast when it comes to questions instead of taking the actual time to just think and process about what they're actually listening to. And that's why there are some people who speak with such certainty about things that they can barely understand. I don't really understand that, but there are many people who do.
It's the way that he that it shifts to I don't really understand uh, after it's just very ironic. It's actually like real time putting projection on display. And like I said, I'm not holding it against him or nothing. I'm not talking smack or anything like that. And Wrestler's the homie. I don't have any kind of beef or I'm not mad at him or anything like that. I hope he's not mad at me because I was trying my best to stay on topic. Rockefeller came and fucked me up over there off topic, but man, I there's some people that I try to work really hard to like stay with the program, and Wrestler's one of them. But I always fail because like his program's too strict for me. But
And that's why there are also people that would rather speak so confidently, saying something that is absolutely wrong, rather than just being there in the moment and saying, you know what, I don't know.
that's all people though. Like, cause if you that's like your level of desire to divulge your opinion is going to differ, and that definitely is like on the inflated ass side over here in the YouTube streets. But like somebody, if it usually isn't aware of when they're wrong, so like people usually tend to believe that they're right when they're talking about stuff.
And I really think there's a deeper issue that a lot of people experience when it comes to uncertainty as
Erectile dysfunction. I bet you you're gonna say erectile dysfunction.
humiliation. Keep in mind, I didn't say confusion. I said humiliation. Or rather so not asking questions, which should be the thing in the conversation, doesn't happen because now they're no longer listening. They're no longer
He lost
the
me.
actual. I don't really understand that, but there are plenty of people who do that. And that's why there are also people that would rather speak so confidently, saying something that is absolutely wrong, rather than just being there in the moment and saying, you know what, I don't know. And I really think there's a deeper issue that a lot of people experience when it comes to uncertainty as humiliation. Keep in mind, I didn't say confusion. I said humiliation.
To uncertainty as humiliation. Keep in mind, I didn't say confusion. I'm not sure what he means by that.
Or rather, so not asking questions, which should be the thing in the conversation, doesn't happen because now they're no longer listening. They're no longer exploring the actual topic with the person that they're conversing with. They're just trying to manage the actual expectations of how they.
Well, the thing that I've seen a lot, and especially like in these panel spaces, is that like somebody that values their own intellect doesn't like to learn things from somebody that they don't respect. And if you don't believe me, man, you can actually see that that happens a lot, often, very often, with yours truly, with the Blizzenstein himself. People don't like me, so they damn sure don't want to be taught anything by me. So when I have a piece of information correcting some, that's why I just keep it to myself for the most part. Like I'll talk about it over here with you guys, like where I don't have to have some pointless debate that is actually like completely moot because the person has no idea what I'm even saying. But oftentimes it is the source of information that people are uh, like what is it rejecting? Not the actual information.
Other person is viewing them on an external aspect. And that's why some of the most confident sounding people are not the most secure people. They're just the most afraid of being unsure, being seen as.
What evidence do you have for that though? And like what like how do you measure any of that? How are you measuring confidence? How are you measuring whether or not they're actually because confident is confidence and like reassuredness are not the same thing. Like confidence has to do with something you haven't done already. Like I know there's been the conflation that have, and I've never corrected people because it's not my place and I'm not concerned with it. But confidence actually only has to do with things. I mean, not only, but like it mostly applies to things that have yet to come to pass. Like if and we're talking about like personality type confidence, but for the most part, like confidence is applied whenever somebody has not done the thing, but they are, for whatever reason, their faith that they are able to do the thing is higher than lower. Like confidence doesn't isn't I I mean, it is a form of confidence to say, like, okay, I need to saw a piece of wood. I sawed that piece of wood. Now I know how to saw a piece of wood. Like, it is a form of confidence to say, like, now moving forward, I know how to saw a piece of wood. But that isn't like the way that confidence is generally referred to, uh, like psychologically.
Unsure. And once you begin to notice that in conversations, a lot of things start making.
And it's funny because, like, confidence is a very private, personal thing, man. Don't ever and this is just my personal opinion, like to anybody out there that is thinking about letting their confidence waver, don't ever let some outside entity make you question your confidence, yo. If you have confidence about something, then stand firm in that and allow yourself that privilege or that gift because that is not something that comes easily. That is not something that comes without uh, uh, being very taxing to some people. Like there are some people that should have all the confidence in the world that aren't able to muster any confidence in themselves. And it's kind of like the ultimate gatekeeping conversation, bro. You hear it all the time. Is this person a narcissist? Is this person a narcissist? Uh, like they called me a sociopath wrestling, and some other person called me a sociopath over there at wrestlers yesterday, and I thought it was funny because uh, like that's not that don't seem like a very a bad thing. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the negatives of being a sociopath are, but uh, I don't know, man. I feel like confidence is such an easy thing to take from people, man, and people will take it from you in the blink of an eye if they get the chance.
I guess I always thought
Let's listen to the stream. I don't know where everybody's at. That'd be so funny. Hold on, man. Let me make sure. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hey, Blizzy in this B. Okay, let me make sure, yo. I uh I tell you this, my confidence and my faith is highest in one particular thing that I've learned about life, and that is the fact that almost everything that we discuss on these panels is bullshit. Like real talk, man. If it's not if it's not teaching each other a skill, and if it's not reinforcing disciplinary measures and good habits for one another, it's bunch of baloney, bunch of bullshit, a bunch of bullshit. All of the, all of the science, all of the social studies, all of the data points, all of the politics, all of the uh, identity politics, all of the social issues like gender equality and all that shit, it's all bullshit, bro. And it honestly isn't even worth a second thought. Like, I mean, if you are wanting to spend your mind on, like, you spend your time or free time on bullshit, then that's fine. But like, recognize it's bullshit, yo. Unless there's some type of like personal investment into that particular topic that you have that involves your personal private life. But it's all just bullshit, dude. All this stuff is just bullshit made. And I don't know. I couldn't presume to know why it's so prevalent. But all it does is it just busies your hands, bro. All it does is busy your brain and keep you pacified until you die. And then you leave the world with a hell of a lot of opinions about everything, but not ever having actually affected any change. You know? That's why I find self betterment one of the most important things that you can do, man, because if you are actually able to better make yourself a better human being, then you are going to actually have a positive effect on people that reverberates through their actions and mindset and the next person, the next person. So like that's why I would rather spend my time learning about myself, figuring out ways. And I'm not perfect, shit. I like to do fuck shit too. I like to like roasting. I love to roast, man. I like to be roasted too. I like for people to make fun of me and call me poor and fat and lumpy and all that shit. But I just think it's amusing. Let me see. Hey, let's test our brain power. Test your brain power. 35 fun and fun general. Oh, I can put it over here. Let me see. Hold them up. I've never done anything like this. I swear to God, like I'm not gonna cheat and like it's not some video I've ever watched. I just seen it right here on my For You page. That'd be diabolical, but I know people are like that. People be like, I never seen this in my life, and then they just watched it 30 minutes ago and like remembered all the answers. Okay. And if it's too easy, we'll just quit. Like, cause I don't even want to do all that. Mm. Come on, man. Man, what the fuck, man? Come on. I don't give a shit about this stupid super micro shit. Oh man, but yeah, it's gonna be fun making content for the new channel. Like I'm gonna approach it like a brand new, like completely brand new endeavor. I knew that shit was gonna happen. I lost the video. What was the name of it? 25 questions to test your brain power. 25 questions to test your brain power. I think that was the name of it. Dude. Oh, here we go. Oh my god, now it does the same fucking thing.
Here it is. Hello,
Shut up.
everybody. Welcome.
You don't know me.
Welcome.
Alright, let's go. Ah.
Oh, welcome. No, it is trivia night. It is trivia night tonight.
Oh, it's a live stream.
General knowledge.
I don't know who this lady
love
is,
general
but
knowledge. I do too.
let's skip ahead.
Tomorrow. Get your out.
She's
That's
happy as hell.
I do too. Great. And that's the best.
I wish I was that
And
happy.
who else is it? To keep playing it. And it corrects, sir. It's only got some where I am, but it was so good though. Because I have no clue. Still get me upset. We don't need them. We don't need them.
Okay,
Spell check can be a pain. Oh yes.
let's go.
Yes, I've noticed that too. When you're trying to get a word in there and spell it differently than what we have.
Yeah, you gotta disable spell check, bro. If you have if uh if you like me, I can't function with no spell check.
Having Marca, and and it corrects it. Yeah, is silver in here? I
Come
see
on,
silver.
let's get to the
I see-
question.
I was just talking, saying that you could eat it. To a little bit of everything. Oh. See that you're full bag. Grandma's hat for. All right, y'all. Are you
Let's
ready?
go.
Here's Bottle Rocket. Hello, Bottle Rocket. Glad you're here. All right. Officially, the term boulder is only applied to stones larger than approximately how many inches in diameter? So,
Oh,
what is considered a boulder? Uh,
okay. Boulder is officially a term only applied to stones larger than approximately how many inches in diameter? Okay, and the options are 50, 30, 25, and 10. Now, I have no idea what the answer is, but just my deductive reasoning tells me it's going to be either 10 or 25. Uh, because 30 and 50 are are beyond those, and it's a very arbitrary. Uh, just I can't explain how I get to that, but let's just go since it starts with the B, and uh, most things that start with the B are uh, correspond to things that have a two in them. Let's say 25 inches.
How many inches is it? A 1, a 50, 2, a 30, a 3, 25, or 4, 10? I apologize to those of you who are normal and don't use and use the metric system. Sorry, these are in inches because we Americans, we're weird that way. Hello, and to Andy. Andy, your beautiful wife was in Wordle today. I was happy to see Lori.
She's so
Glad
happy.
you are here as well. And there is, I see Ashak is in here, and Ash has shown up. Yay, we love it. We love it when our Canadian friends are here. It's 10, y'all.
Okay, see,
And
I knew it was gonna be one of those. Because like if you're like you're not gonna I can't explain how.
to be a boulder, it needs to be stones larger than approximately
10.
10
Well,
inches in diameter. That's
add that to the column of things that we are learning today. Is a boulder is a stone. It is only larger than 10. I mean, only stones that are larger than 10 inches can be considered boulders. So for those of y'all that called y'all's bras over the shoulder boulder holders, we're gonna have to see some tape measurements. People.
not much. That is not much. I would not have thought 10. No, 10 inches. Not much. 10 inches.
Damn. Damn. Do I detect a little a little shade in there? She's 10 inches ain't much. I don't know. Some might say 10 inches is quite a bit, but
The boulder. I'm with y'all. I think of boulder. It's a teeny boulder. Yes. I'm thinking boulders as being really big. So I would have guessed like 50 as well. She wore a
okay.
wig, and I would have been incorrect. Though she wore a wig, why was Queen Elizabeth the First of England completely bald? All right, why was she completely bald? Queen Elizabeth the First is it one from smallpox, two lost a bet, three by choice, or four the bubonic plague?
Okay, now that's obviously gonna be smallpox because uh all the other choices are ridiculous. Uh, she didn't have no damn bubonic plague. She didn't make no ain't nobody betting the Queen of England to shave her head, and she wasn't a feminist. So and I want to say that I read something about or read something that yeah something about her having like I thought it was polio but smallpox as a youngster, maybe. That might be right.
Why was Queen Elizabeth the First completely bald? She wore a wig, thank goodness. She didn't have any weave. Or for the bubonic plague. I didn't. Oh, Jackson, I'm not going to forget you, sweetheart. Hello, hello.
There's
I
too
thought
much
I said something to you
chit
about
chat in this shit.
in my chat from smallpox. She got
Okay, we're
smallpox.
right.
And they
We're
were
right.
there.
She had small chicken pox.
I was there than 10. She was gone.
Okay.
What's the first word in chapter 1 of Mark Twain's Adventures of Tom Sawyer?
Mississippi. The first, it's either, I'm pretty sure it's Mississippi. If I'm not mistaken, the first word in Tom Sawyer.
What's the first word in Tom Sawyer? Is it one?
Let's see.
Muck duck? No, not duck.
Oh, it's Tom. I don't even. Oh, Tom
I
Sawyer.
love you, Jackson. He's like, it's okay. When did UNIVAC became the first computer to tabulate the U.S. Census? I guess that's supposed to become. When did
UNIVAC? Dan, that sounds crazy. UNIVAC, a computer named UNIVAC. That sounds wild. Like when you think about the very very Orwellian or whatever. The guy that wrote was it? Yeah, it was George Orwell that wrote the Last Question or whatever. Okay, I'm gonna have to say 1960, man, because lots of things happened in 1960. We're just guessing though.
become the first computer 20 or 4
To tabulate the U.S. Census. I mean, it's either the 60s or the 70s because I feel like the census was like, probably like, what you call it, man? Like the system was probably like redone every like 20 years or something. And I feel like in the 40s and 50s, they're probably still taking the census by like some bullshit as uh, Texas Instruments calculator and shit.
UNIVAC, when did they become the first computer? They did help going with murder. Silver's not doing too well. Right?
Oh, the 50s.
AKA the birth
1950.
Yes, in 1950.
All right. Damn. We haven't. I don't think we got one right yet. But these are very like obscure. No excuses. No excuses, man. But we learned today. We learned that in 1950, UNIVAC became the computer, or in 1950 was the year that UNIVAC was first used as a computer to tabulate the census.
1950s, the 1916. No. All right, what would one most likely find in a pastry? How do I say that?
A patisserie.
A pastry.
A patisserie. A patisserie. 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 What would one most likely find in a patisserie? Snakes, cakes, plants, or books? I have to say cakes, but I have no evidence or reason for that answer. It could be any of them. I have no idea what a patisserie is. I know what a rotisserie is. I know what a damn, is that the only tisserie I know? Uh, no, where is the place? What is the place where you get like snacks that's like a tisserie? Where you get like cakes and stuff? Patisserie? It just sounds like so food related to have like tisserie, but I know that's not the case. It's probably like plants or something. Or no, like, because plants are usually have like the same prefixes of like I don't know, man. A patisserie. Hell, it could be snakes, Ron. It could be any one of them. It's up in the air for me on this one. Could be any of them.
Did you find? Oh, copy Ash.
Oh, I got it. Cakes.
It's like
Cakes.
pastry, okay?
Blizzy knows his snack foods. Fuck you talking about? Fuck you thought this was? Thinking I didn't know my snacks.
A patisserie. It's cakes. Why now I want cake. Thanks. I do want cake. I'm craving cake. All right, whose horse was named? I don't know how you say that.
Atanoth.
Athena? Athena.
Atanoth.
We're going with that. Athena. Whose horse was that? Is it 1, Zeus, 2, Lady Godiva, 3, Hercules, or a 4, Grant? You know I have to say that. I can't say.
Atanoth. I'm not like it would have to be Lady Godiva, I would imagine, because it doesn't sound familiar in Zeus or Hercules' story. I mean, what was Achilles? I don't know. I'm not sure though either. Like Atanoth. The spelling doesn't seem reminiscent of anything either. Like I can't think of anything in the mythologies of Zeus or Hercules that would that like relates to that. And I have no idea who the fuck Grant is. I say Lady Godiva. I don't even know who that is. Holy Godiva.
Just without doing that. Oxygen popping up all over the gremlins and the Godiva.
Oh, got it.
It's Lady Godiva.
Called it.
Lady Godiva. Not.
And see, I don't even know, like, the ones we've gotten right, we're just using deductive reasoning, just basically process of elimination, or just like the smallest of context clues, because I have no idea what the answer to any of these are.
No, Lady Godiva. Now I want chocolate. What's management characterized by a lack of planning, responding to problems as they emerge rather than anticipating? All right, what's management characterized by a lack of planning, responding to problems?
Okay, what's management characterized by a lack of planning, responding to problems as they emerge rather than anticipating? Mucosity? That's not it. Mucosity? That's not it. Johnsonian? That's I'm gonna say that looks the most probable. Circumflex? Nah, that's way too physiological sounding. Like that's way too like that would have to either be about circles or about exercise, in my opinion. Circumflex, uh, or adhocracy, ad, adhocracy, adhocracy, adhocracy. It's gonna be. It's probably that. It's probably that adhocracy shit. I never heard that word. Adhocracy. Could be adhocracy. Could be Johnsonian. Johnsonian. Money says that if it is Johnsonian, it's related to one of our useless ass presidents that's existed in the past. But let's see.
As they emerge, right? People are, oh, I know how to say that.
Adhocracy. That's what it was.
Oh, is that last one?
She can say
Hypocrisy.
Gad's
All right,
Hill Place.
Dad's Hill Place was the home of
I have no idea, bro.
novelists.
These are like so obscure questions, man.
God.
Let me see.
Dad, calls me then. Which of these is not a
Ooh.
drive on the left
Ooh.
country? Drive on the left country, which is not? Is it 1, United Kingdom,
Okay.
2, India,
Okay.
France, or 4, Australia?
Okay.
Who does not
France.
drive on the left?
In Australia, they definitely drive on the wrong side of the road. UK, they drive on the wrong side of the road.
Who does not drive?
Hey, bro, have you ever thought what's crazy though? Cause like we don't have no physical proof that Australia and United Kingdom are real places and stuff. I mean, like we do, but not in real time. Like the physical proof, unless you go over there. If you go over there, then that's physical proof. But like I'm saying, like somebody that is living a normal day-to-day life don't have any kind of physical proof that those places exist, and they drive on the opposite side of the road and stuff like that. Have y'all considered that maybe they're just a mirrored dimension? Like maybe they're just a different dimension and we're just seeing a mirror image. It's a leap. It's a leapfrog, but it's a little bit of a leapfrog jump on that one. But nothing's impossible.
On the left, 1, the UK, 2, India, 3, France. Who drive on the left?
France called it. I called it.
Go driving.
I knew it, yo. No, I didn't know it. I just process of elimination.
That's his dying words. Right, Hamlet. Who did he address his dying words? Was it 1, Ophelia?
What is it? Shakespeare wasn't even a real person, yo. It turns out, and I've actually deep dived this topic too. Is Shakespeare was actually a few different people, assuming the pseudonym of and it started out as William Shakeshaft. But I gotta go eat something and then I gotta go to sleep, man. Thanks, guys, for joining me. Salute to y'all for those who did and those who didn't and whatever. But remember, there's your side, there's her side, and there's the blind side. Blind side news. Y'all be good. I'm out of here. Peace.